Very good. Yeah, got some Metallica vibes going.
Yeah.
Megadeth, yep.
So good. Hey, what's up, punks? Sorry, we're jamming out here to some of the bands we've been listening to. Props to that's Embering Effigy. We'll learn more about those guys later. But welcome to RockMental for this week. I'm Chaotic, your resident metalhead and ADHD brain.
Hey, I'm Mayhem. I have bipolar disorder, PTSD, amongst a bunch of other stuff, and I like just about a little bit from everything.
Grumpy, depression, anxiety, a lot of the normal stuff. Listen about a little bit of everything, but yeah, you're a local emo boy. A lot of sad music.
Nice. And I'm the producer for RockMental. I've got ADHD. I've got pretty much everything that they have. But yeah, I also I like punk music the most.
Yes.
Yeah, he's our punk guy right there.
Hey, Big Mac.
Big Mac, yeah.
Yeah, what's up, Big Mac?
Big Mac is there. He's part of the band that we were playing at the beginning. We'll get more into them, but thanks for joining us live. Thanks for everyone watching right now. Thanks for all our new subscribers on YouTube and across social media. If you like what you hear, like what you see, give us a share. Tell us your friends, all that good stuff. We're here ready to jam. You guys ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
Ready.
Let's do it.
Happy Sunday, Baines.
Oh, Baines.
Hey,
what's up, Baines?
Baines?
Our regular. All right, guys.
All right.
What's next?
So let's go ahead and get into our mosh pit mentality. So we at RockMental are inspired by the mosh pit. It's loud, it's messy, it's chaos. And when, some of those squares kind of look in and look at the mosh pit like, oh, that's so violent, and clutch the pearls, and oh my goodness, they're running into each other. But for those of us who love this music and who love to go to shows and get in that mosh pit, it's just something beautiful.
Yeah.
Inside, we find this community of people.
That's right.
People that are there for the same reason, whether it be just to get a bunch of years and years of hurt out, or just to find somewhere to be safe, or just listen to the band that you love. But we're all there for the same reason. The good thing about the mosh pit, and the one thing that we want to instill in our community here, is what we call the mosh pit mentality. When somebody falls in the mosh pit, you pick them up.
Right.
No matter what they look like, no matter how old they are, how they voted, who they love, doesn't matter who they are. You pick them up, dust them off, you okay, and then you keep on raging.
Bam.
And that is the culture that we want to build here in our community. It's what we call our mosh pit mentality. And this is why we created RockMental.
Yes,
This
right.
is why we created the mosh pit mentality. So everybody, horns up. If you're in the chat, put your horns up and repeat after me. If you hit the ground,
If you hit the ground,
put your hand up.
put your hand up.
If you see a hand up,
If you see a hand up,
put your hand out.
Put your hand out.
Ask.
ask.
Answer.
Answer.
That's how we rage to see another show.
That's how we rage to see another show.
Nobody
moshes alone.
Thank you all. Nobody moshes alone. Let's see. Grumpy's going to tell us what we're doing today.
All right, guys. Thank you for being here on another Sunday with us. We got some exciting news for you guys. We'll tell you guys a little bit about our week. And as always, go through our emotions, our feels, and the fun part. We got more new bands to share with you guys, more new music to put the spotlight on and have you guys listen to. And besides that, we have a pretty good discussion today.
Okay.
It's gonna get juicy.
This is gonna get fun.
It's gonna get juicy.
We're a little pissed off, actually.
a little hint. Overrated or underrated?
Ooh.
Yes. So with that in mind, let's take it to figure.
Yeah, make sure to follow us at RockMental Official on pretty much all of the social media websites. So at RockMental Official, and then make sure to check us out at rockmental.com for all of our stuff, like our music, our blogs and stuff, like whatever's going on throughout the week, we post there. That's going to be the first place of contact with us. So if you ever want to see what's going on, it's going to be on rockmental.com first.
All right. Thanks.
Cool. Well, I think we have some housekeeping things to go for.
Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah,
do.
yeah. So last week we had the privilege of speaking with Mr. Clint Spain from Kamikaze Zombie on
Oh,
Beyond the
man.
Pit.
That dude's so cool.
Dude, such
So
a
cool.
great guy.
Yeah.
Talking with him, we talked for way longer than our usual half hour, but he's a great guy, so knowledgeable, and just a lot of great advice. You guys get subscribed, check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon Music. We also have links, right, to the
Links,
interview
Yeah.
right here, and on our webpage we have links to Kamikaze Zombies page on rockmental.com.
Yeah. Big Mac says Clint is awesome.
Yeah, he is.
Oh
He was
yeah,
really
so
cool.
he is such a great guy. It was really just really great speaking
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah, he had a lot of stuff to say about his own mental health struggles.
Oh, yeah.
About how he uses the music. It's just so awesome.
Oh,
so
yeah.
cool. If you haven't seen the interview, go do it right now.
Absolutely, and advice to younger people wanting to get into metal music.
Yeah.
So just great, just a great interview. I really enjoyed speaking with. Now this week, this upcoming episode of Beyond the Pit, I think Grumpy.
That's right.
I did.
Grumpy has a little thing to tell us about that.
That's right.
So I had the pleasure of speaking with artist we featured already, Marlo Ozarzak from Chicago. Yes,
Yeah.
friend of the show.
Yeah.
Friend of the show. We had a great interview, and excited to share that with you guys. It was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. That song, man, Cities.
Oh, it's still
Right in
It's
the
that-
squishy spot.
Yeah.
man.
That little sad folk style of storytelling songs.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
delivers so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make sure. We'll let you know on social media when the episode drops. Make sure you follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon Music to get the notification on your phone or on your computer, or wherever you listen to us from, when the episode drops. Remember, at RockMental Official on social media, and just look us up and give us a follow.
Yeah, and speaking of accessing our content, I think we have another.
Oh yeah. So RockMental, we will be joining Patreon soon. So
That's right.
if you'd like to contribute directly to RockMental in the either today or the next couple of days, make sure to go to patreon.com/rockmentalofficial. There you'll find exclusive cuts of some of our Beyond the Pit videos, like some extended cuts. New series will be launched there, so if we're ever thinking about like adding a new video series or anything, you'll hear about it there first. Feedback from you guys, so like if we were wanted to talk to a band or something, we would ask you guys and see what you guys would think, or like if we wanted a video idea or something like that, we'd talk to you guys first. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a VIP pass, a way to contribute to RockMental directly and even get a little bit more out of your experience.
Hell yeah, man. And it helps us do what we do. We want to make sure we get this content straight to you guys. So we'll stay tuned on that. It's gonna be a work in progress.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's gonna be cool. We're excited.
Yeah, we're excited. We got some great
Very much.
ideas. I mean, this could really be really cool. Y'all get to see how the sausage is made. I don't know what that means, but
I beg your
I
pardon.
beg. I don't know if we're gonna get I don't even get monetized yet. But yeah, I don't want to get my hand slapped or anything. But to see what it's like for us on our end. I mean, we listen to tons of music all week.
Yes.
We argue quite a bit
Yes.
while we're not on camera, and you get to kind of see that. It'd be pretty cool.
Yep. Cool. And hopefully, once we get closer, more into the Patreon thing, maybe we can get some merch deals.
Oh yeah.
We can do some merch stuff, and I want to kind of show off something. So, if y'all can see us, we're wearing our Sonder Mountain apparel gear, man. Look at it. You have to turn around because you got to see
yep.
these designs in the back.
There we go.
These are awesome designs by Sonder Mountain Apparel Company. If you don't know about them, they are so cool. They've designed some awesome things. We got some official RockMental gear that they designed for us. Just a special thanks to Kip Grange there at Sonder Mountain. This dude is so awesome.
Yep.
He's also part of the Pit. He's a punk rocker just like us. And he's very open about his own journey through addiction and recovery. I mean, this dude gets it. And
Yeah.
so he developed Sonder Mountain with this tattoo-inspired art. Because we know who doesn't love a good tattoo, right? Who doesn't love a good
I have a couple.
tattoo? Right. So it's so cool. The art is awesome. The messaging is even more awesome. It's really uplifting. It gives us just kind of another way to unify, and it's just awesome. So go right now, SonderMountainApparelCo.com, right?
Yes.
Go
something like
online,
that.
check out their stuff. order some things. I think right now they have a promo going on, like 10% off if you order $75. Check out our RockMental line. You find us in the Partners in Recovery menu. Check out that stuff. Check out his things. I mean, Kip is doing an amazing job. He partners with treatment providers there in the Denver area to kind of help connect our people in our community to resources that they need to get back on, get back on track, get back on their feet, and battle addiction. So much kudos to Kip.
Yeah.
He's a bro. He's a dude. He's doing the work. And he's kicking ass, and his stuff is just freaking awesome.
Yeah, you could also find Sunder Mountain at Sunder Mountain Apparel on the Instagrams and the other things.
Yep.
So yeah, that's their social media handle.
Yeah, give them a follow. Check out their shit. They're really cool. Rad.
Very good.
So
very
rad.
good.
Quality is good. We can attest to the quality. It's very nice.
Yes, it is.
And their stuff is just awesome. So thanks, Kip. Thanks for the partnership. And we'll hopefully you guys can go and order some stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we're going to get into what we call our mental health block and just talk a little bit about our week. First things first, we are not mental health professionals. We're hardly qualified to speak into a microphone.
We're barely professionals.
We're barely I don't think I've ever been called professional before. But we are speaking about our experience and our journey. Everybody's journey is different, but really we just want to fight the stigma. Fuck the stigma. We're going to talk about this because fuck it. All of us have a story to tell. All of us have some hurt that we need to release. And this is how we do that. Just say, fuck the stigma, provide you all with some resources. 988 is probably the fastest way to get.
Right.
If you're in crisis, if you know someone in crisis, or if you just have a question, 988 is where to go. It's preloaded on a lot of phones.
Yep.
Just get on there and call. It might just save a life.
Right. And even if, we put a post up earlier this week, crisis can look different for everybody.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Crisis can look like someone's just down and sad and depressed and don't know what to do. Crisis can look like someone's increasing their substance, their alcohol use, narcotics, whatnot. It could look like someone just extreme anxiety and freaking out. It could look like nothing at all, honestly. I think we've had a lot of friends who we've lost to suicide who we always say, "You never knew. He looked fine. He was fine."
Or suddenly happy out of nowhere.
Yeah. Exactly. So if you're unsure, if you don't know, where to turn to, 988 is probably the best place to call. They have I think it's 988lifeline.org. Go on there, look at the resources, get informed, get educated, because especially if you're seeing a loved one, it is absolutely your right and responsibility to intervene, to ask what is going on. What are you going through? And have an ear to listen to them. Because quite frankly, that's probably, a lot of times the first step in the road to recovery.
Yes.
So go there. We also have some resources on our webpage at rockmental.com/help. There's some information there. There's some cool messages that we have been able to get from some of the bands that we featured. So thank you to them for contributing to that. A lot of information there. It's a best place to start. So, and we will tell you, all four of us here that you hear on this podcast are in therapy.
Yep.
Guess what, guys? Breaking news.
Works.
It fucking works.
It works.
Right.
Works.
Wow. Surprised me.
Yeah, exactly. I know for us dudes, it's a little hard to accept that. Like, what are we going to do? Talk about my feelings? Yeah. That's exactly what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, that's where problems start. And so we want to build this community where encourage each other to seek help, encourage each other to talk to someone. We're going to have some information here pretty soon. I think next week we have a really awesome announcement that we're going to do related to this topic about therapy. So stay tuned with us. We're so excited. We've been busy here on the behind the scenes of RockMental. We want to get this community the resources you guys need and you guys deserve to live life, and love each other in the process.
Yeah, guys. Right. Just a little bit on the topic of therapy works. Met someone new this week through work. And you once you get it's like a contractor, not someone I work with, but you start hanging out with someone, you get to know them.
Yeah.
One of the first things they told me is like, "You go to therapy, right?" I was like, "Yeah, right." He's like, "I can tell." He's like, "No, like you speak very like understand what's going on with yourself."
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's not a usual trait to have." I was like, "That's probably a trait I didn't have till very recently."
Yeah. Well, we're not trained to do that, especially as men.
Yeah.
It's not taught. That's not, in some places, in some cultures, encouraged.
Yeah.
So that's a compliment.
And no, and it
is,
was
yeah.
an older gentleman that he told me a little bit of his story, and it had to do with a lot with therapy, and so it felt really good. I know people in my immediate family and they've noticed, but it's good to know people out there notice. People can see when the work that you put into yourself. So it was very gratifying, I guess, in a way.
Affirming.
There you go.
There it is.
No, that's really cool.
That's really awesome. Well, I mean, we're here talking about our feelings, man, but I think it's time to get into
Let's
some
get to the
rock.
fun
Some
stuff.
music. Yeah.
How about some music?
You guys ready for music?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So as you guys know, we do a lot of research during the week, try to find new bands to share with you guys. You usually pick one a week and pick 2 songs from them to bring up to you guys so you guys can listen to. Usually someone on the smaller side. We try to go with 50,000 or less monthly listeners on Spotify.
Yeah.
We try to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody keeps breaking that rule.
I've only broken it once.
3
It was
times.
like 3 times, bro.
Twice.
It was like 3 times, bro.
Or 3 times.
Yeah.
But they were really good bands.
They
Well,
were.
your defense, one of them was like from Japan, and most of their
Yeah,
followers
but
here.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll play 2 songs from these bands. We'll introduce them to you guys. Please in the comments let us know how you feel about them. Let us know who has better taste. We'll have the barcodes on screen, that way you guys can easily find the song and easily find the bands. And please support these bands, guys. I mean, we will fight a little bit in between here, but really, honestly, a lot of these bands, they're so good. They're so great. They
awesome.
deserve the spotlight.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So,
Oh,
who's
yeah.
going first this week?
You know what, guys? I'm gonna go first.
Oh,
I'm gonna go first. I feel pretty
Like,
confident.
Confident, huh?
I
Yeah.
feel
Alright.
very confident.
Okay.
So,
Let's do this.
so my band, it was one of those where like I was working on the yard, right? I just put my headphones on, put my playlist on, and just kind of hit play, right? Just like
Yes.
whatever. I kind of picked an artist and just go to artist radio. Like I don't want to. Let's let the Spotify gods, I guess, decide where I'm gonna go. And so I'm just doing my work, right? I'm raking, I'm mowing the lawn, and this song comes on, and I'm like, hey, this is pretty good. Is this the new Spirit Box? This is really good. I swore this was Spirit Box. It was not Spirit Box.
Okay.
But it was just as good, just as rocking. And honestly, like when you hear it, you're gonna see it. This band is called Morphied.
Okay.
It's a husband-wife duo. They're originally from Latvia,
Oh,
but
Ooh.
they are now based in Denmark. They have 3.4K followers on Spotify. They have a little bit more, like on the social media. They have a really good social media account. They are really good, very good. The way the songs are composed, like it sounds like compositions,
Yeah.
almost. And the singer, you're gonna hear a lot of these influences. She sings very melodically, but then she gets into that screaming. You're just like, holy shit,
Yeah.
this is good. So let's start off with the first song. So the first song I chose is called Catharsis. I chose it for a reason, because we talked a little bit. I think we brought this up when we talked with Alibis about how when you have all this pent up emotion, right? When you have all this pent up shit like anger or rage or guilt or whatever intense emotion. We talk about it, whatever the it feeling is. Catharsis allows us to release it, right? And I think that's why a lot of us listen to some of this heavy music. I know I do, because we need that release. We need to get these emotions out, and the only way You know, like the expression, the only way through is through.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. You gotta feel it. So the song's called Catharsis. It started about 13 seconds in. That's a really cool intro,
Okay.
but I really want to get into some of the words. So this is Catharsis by Morphied.
Okay.
Together in this darkness, we lost ourselves so many times. No one knows. Our pain leads to catharsis. Relieve our burden while we drown in tears. Far away, is there someone who
Very good.
Spirit box, right?
Yeah.
A lot of spirit box. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on the musical side. So yeah, later on in the song it gets really heavy and she screams a lot.
Yeah.
But there's one line down the way. It's called she says, "Your labels only make stigma stronger."
Ooh.
And that hit for me. It's just like, damn, it's
Ooh.
right, because like us as a society, we're just really shitty
Yes.
at labels. Like we want to label everything. We want to say, you know, depression, oh, you're feeling sad. I'm like, well, it's
No.
a lot more
Yeah.
than feeling sad. You know, anxiety, oh, you're just worrying all the time. Like, no,
That's actually quite.
it's a lot more than that.
Yes.
And that's what builds this stigma that a lot of people feel. Like, no, my anxiety is not tied to I'm worried all the time. It's tied to trauma. It's tied to shit I've gone through, maybe as a kid or as an adult. Like, there's so much stuff there. So I really like that line. This song, it starts off, you know, kind of calm like a spirit box, but then it gets heavy.
Yeah.
She starts screaming. It's really good, and it induces a catharsis,
Yes.
if you will.
Okay.
And I think that's kind of the whole point of the song. So, and you know, we talked about it, like in the mosh pit. That's what it is. It's a release.
Yep. The catharsis.
The just like you let it out, and that feeling of just like releasing all that tension, all that baggage, all that shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? And a lot of people use it in different ways. I mean, I think for me, heavy metal has been that healthy way to get that cathartic feeling, to get that release. Sometimes the bad stuff does it too.
It does.
You know, that's where people start with the drugs and the alcohol, you know, pornography sometimes. Like that stuff can help induce it, but it's not the healthy way.
Exactly.
So that's kind of where we're really trying to talk through, like allowing yourself to feel and bring that relief. So yeah, this is part of their debut album. It came out in 2022. It's called Anadonia. It's like had like 5 tracks on it. Apparently they had like a lot of rave reviews in Europe. They got featured in a bunch of different magazines, a bunch of different things. They're really good. Aisa is the vocalist, and Chris is the he calls himself the composer, which because he arranges
yeah.
all the music. So they're a duo. Of course, when they play live, they get a drummer. So they do a lot of stuff. They have really cool music videos also on YouTube, so you can check them out on there. This next song, it's not named after you. It is called Mayhem.
Thank you.
It's called Mayhem. It is crazy. I'm gonna start a little bit towards the middle of the song because I really want you guys to hear this bridge, because
Okay.
I think for a lot of us it's gonna sound very, very familiar. So this is Mayhem by Morphied. We're gonna start about 2 minutes and 45 seconds in. Sound familiar? What does that sound like?
I like it a lot though. there.
See?
A little ginger, perhaps.
Ginger, a lot of ginger
Yep.
right there. The screaming is ginger.
Yep.
So, if any of you have stayed up late at night, started going down that rabbit hole, start thinking of the past shit, it sounds like, right?
All in your head.
It's all in your head. You start going, and I actually got the lyrics for that. So it's drowning in a heresy, you're clinging to the past. It's a conscious coward choice of living in disgust. Didn't realize I was going to fight in my mind. Pain, regrets, and meaningless is killing me inside. Just repeated over and over. And like, how many of us have gone through that downward spiral,
Yeah.
right? When like you're almost afraid to be alone in your thoughts because your thoughts go there.
Oh.
It's just, just you're just bringing up old shit, bringing up old regrets. You're just
Yep.
living it, going through it. And to me, when I heard this song, I was just like, fuck, man,
Yeah.
that's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like. You're just going through it. So, all their songs are awesome. They have, like I said, their debut album came out. They've been hinting at some new music, so hopefully we'll get a new album drop here pretty soon. They've been gigging up and down Europe, been doing a lot of good stuff. But yeah, this band kind of took me by surprise. I could have sworn it was Spirit Box, and then they actually started screaming like, "Is this Ginger? Is this like what is this? What is going on?" So really good stuff. Morphi, go check them out. They're doing really good stuff. They actually have a really vibrant social media page. They have really cool music videos on YouTube. They do some interviews. You can hear the whole story. Really cool. Yeah, go check them out.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
awesome. You know
Yeah.
that Mayhem song, that part for me.
Yeah.
I know. Always bring it back to emo music. Taking Back Sunday, cute without the
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
lipstick is called. But at the very end, it's just a lot of the same two lines being repeated over and over by different band members, and you can't even tell what it is or what.
Yeah.
And I love that part.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
you were saying, what does this remind you of? That's what it reminded me of. I was like, but you're right. That's why I love it. It's just like trying to go through like your thoughts and like, wait, no. Let me get this part first. Let me get this part first.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an amazing song.
And then the chemistry between husband and wife too.
Yeah,
the
I
music
know.
is, I mean,
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, they say they had their influences obviously from Spirit Box and Ginger, but Tesseract also.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I hear it. On
Yeah.
the musical side, I hear the syncopating, but a lot of different elements going on at the same time. So
Mhm.
musically, they're badass.
Yeah.
I like them a lot, but I think
Very
a lot of the
good.
messages. There's another one, another song called Queen of Blame,
Mhm.
and it's a lot of self like analyzing like how she's always been the one blamed. Like
Yeah.
it's really cool. Like a lot of the songs have deep messaging, but the music rocks.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who's
good-
next?
Good
Who,
band.
who
good
can follow
band.
that up?
You know what? I'm gonna go.
Oh, Ace Wave says, "What's up? Sup, Ace Wave?
What's up, Ace
What's up,
Wave?
Wave.
How's it going, man? All right.
doing?
So
Mayhem?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a
Okay.
try on this one. So I've been having kind of a rough couple of weeks. Well, previously, and then this week actually, good week, guys.
Nice,
Like
good.
returning back to normal, kind of. I think other problems up ahead, but right now things are good.
Good.
And it's been actually a little weird to be okay. Like
Sometimes it feels weird, doesn't it? Though.
it's kind of like that PTSD monkey in my back. Like it's not gonna last long. Just
Yeah.
wait for it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is gonna turn out bad. Like I kind of get that kind of nagging feeling sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, things coming back to normal a little bit.
Yeah.
Taking a little rest from all that stress and stuff like that. Definitely a lot better. But there's still stuff going on.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this week when I was listening to bands, I couldn't stop listening to this band. They're called Crumb Snatchers.
Crumb Snatchers.
Some
Okay.
snatchers.
And when I give you the background, it's heartbreaking. But this band really, I guess, encapsulates like the feeling that I had. And we'll go and start with the first song. It's called Valid Victorian.
Valid Victorian.
Yes, it's gotta listen to it. Figured, can you start for a minute 15 seconds?
Let's go.
Let's do it. A little bit different than what I usually do.
Yeah.
You see?
That reminds me of Wallows.
Wallows, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys remember like that early teens kind of alt pop,
Yeah.
The dreamy
indie
pop.
dreamy
the-
pop,
yeah.
MGMTs, the those other girls. I forget the names.
Kind of
Oh,
like
Empire of the Sun, Foster
Foster
the
People.
kind of
Yeah,
like that.
you're Foster the People.
Yeah, got that really great vibe. And so this band is really great. They hail from Nashville,
Tennessee.
Tennessee. And okay, this is where it kind of gets honestly heartbreaking. But the front man is named Samuel Getterman. He pulled this band name from an experience he had when he was 16 years old and was sent to a faith-based juvenile detention center.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And if you know anything about those, just some of the most horrific cases of abuse have come from those.
Yeah.
So imagine being there. And then this name, Crumb Snatchers, was a condescending nickname that the staff gave the boys when they sang. And since it was a faith-based camp, listening to secular music was against the rules.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so imagine what happened if they broke the rules. So like okay, this guy's singing music like this after going through something
Like
horrific
that.
like
Yeah,
that.
that's crazy.
And I kind of not so much I'm not gonna say like the lyrics of the music so much kind of connected with me, but it was kind of the story as well. So like in these two songs I feature, it's kind of like him talking to somebody else, like either like a close partner or a close friend. So he said, check in if I want to stay, shooting the moon, it's an easy escape, don't mind me wasting all my time, present day is just one away, it's so easy, then get out of my way, don't leave me holding all of my life, chance you could spare me some documentarian. It's kind of
Dang.
yeah, so it's like him kind of negotiating almost with somebody
Yeah.
like, no, you're not gonna have this, like if you have it you're gonna have it.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like those weird relationships you get into sometimes when you have a problem that you don't want to share but the other person knows you kind of problem that you
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
share. I think the beginning of a lot of relationships, especially with my wife, that was there, like, you know you're not okay. They know you're not okay, but there's like a secret. So it's kind of saying like, oh, I can take care of this on myself. Or,
Yeah.
like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of how I took that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I really find it compelling, like this kind of music from someone with a heartbreaking story. Like,
Yeah. I mean, you would think. I mean, you would never tell. You can never tell a story like that. That's crazy.
yeah,
It's crazy.
it
So,
is insane.
I did say a little bit, but didn't say it loud. I said, son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. See,
Because I
good.
do have the Crumb Snatchers in my playlist.
Oh,
you see?
we got to steal.
But
We got to steal.
I did not know that background. I did not know.
Mhm.
I just, like you said, that dreamy pop, that kind of new wavy sound. I liked it.
Yep.
I have a few of the
Yeah.
songs in my playlist. But, geez.
I mean, that's why we do our research, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why we do our
Yep.
research.
Yes.
Everyone watching,
Oh, yeah.
we want to get these stories because you want to know what these what
We
what
want to
they
see
come
what
from,
the
you know?
feel came from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot about feeling the song, feeling the artist.
Well, Foster the People is a lot of the same way too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like some of their music is like,
Pumped Up
Very-
Kicks is
yeah,
about
school
yeah,
shooting.
school
shooting.
Yeah.
yeah, and you're like,
what?
so like it's kind of making, I guess it's like holding the mirror up a little bit to America,
Yeah.
saying, oh yeah, it was everything fine.
Yeah,
It's not.
exactly.
But man, amazing music.
Yeah,
I kind of like it though when bands do that, like the music and everyone gets like so enthralled in the music, but like the lyrics are like you do know what they're saying,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like Hey Ya, we talked about
Yeah,
Hey Ya,
Hey
and
Ya.
Outkast, Offspring, Come Out and Play.
Mm-hmm.
yep.
You know, a lot of people think it's about, you know, it's a cool, funny, catchy song, but it's about like gang wars,
Yep, gang violence. yeah.
gang violence. It's crazy, like, but like it's interesting how artists do that on purpose. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
really cool. Like it's I give him props for that.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of I mean, artistry that goes into like having to craft that.
Yeah.
That's got to be.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go to my second song. It's called Seeping. Figured you can start from the very beginning.
I hear Kuko in this, man.
Cool, yeah. I get some Destroyer.
Sounds like the band you covered a few weeks ago.
Baby, there's just one thing I can do, and it's lonely for you, but it's my time.
Like somebody.
Maybe I could choke up on my life and
I love the vocals.
sit in line for you.
Ding, 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 like that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So here it goes. I need the sunlight all the time, baby. There's just one thing I can do, and it's lonely for you, but it's my time. So you're gonna be lonely. It's time for me to take care of
Yeah.
myself.
Dang.
Maybe I could choke up on my life and keep it in line all for you. So
Wow.
like getting my shit together for you. Right?
Yeah.
Wasted, I think about it. Take me to your leader, I think about it. So like it's kind of like repeats it over and
Yeah.
over again.
Wow. I mean, that resonates with me because I think sometimes a lot, especially relationships, you do need that minute.
Yes.
I just need a minute, babe. Like, Mrs.
Mhm.
Chaotic and I do that also. Okay, hold on. I just need a minute. Just
Mhm.
let me process. Let me kind of go through what I need to go through, and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
Clint brought that up too
Oh yeah.
in his interview with Kamikaze Zombie. He talked about like he just goes for a walk or he just needs a minute. That's very important though, because sometimes
It
you need
is.
to. You know, a lot of times things happen. There's a conversation that happens. You just need to take a beat and
You
not react.
do.
Mhm.
You know, on a more personal note for me, it just I didn't used to do that,
Mhm.
Mm.
and my God, like over the years of it, it went down this downward spiral of
Yeah.
you lose yourself. You know, your self image, you know, your emotions. You just don't recognize them anymore. Just
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
being able to pump the brakes, and you know, you do it for your family, you do it for your kids, you do it for your
Yeah.
loved ones, your spouse, whatever. Sometimes you gotta pump the brakes and take the time for yourself.
Yeah.
Figure out your own inner emotions and whatever's going on inside you.
Yeah.
And it's vital, and it's something that a lot of us just really put
Oh
aside.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we talked about a couple of weeks ago how men are just emotionally just dumb.
Stupid.
So like
Yes.
even if you know you're angry, at least for me it happens all the time. I don't even know why I'm angry. It's
Yeah.
like, why the fuck am I pissed off right now? So like it's like, you know, you don't know, you know, you have to deal with something, but you don't know quite what it is yet.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, let me figure it out. Like me and Mrs. Mayhem all the time, I give her the criticism, like, this is what's happening. I don't know want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And then she knows after a while, a few hours, then she'll ask me again, and usually I'm calmed down enough to do that. But like
Yeah.
it's about communication. If you're not ready, you're not ready. But at the same time, just don't cut everybody out. And I think that's a skill definitely that I had to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jose Rios says treat yourself in 2025.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Treat yourself.
Ace,
And
Ace
then-
Waves like the combo too. Thanks,
Yeah.
Ace.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's real, and sometimes it sounds silly, but it's actually really serious. Sometimes when I do that, but kind of like what the song says, like
Mhm.
I need this time for myself, but I promise it's for you too. Like
Mhm.
this is for us. Like this is something that's gonna be positive, but I need this time for that. But sometimes when I do that, I play "Am I the asshole?"
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta be like, okay, am I the asshole? Like, is this actually wrong? Am I getting pissed off for no reason? Is there a reason? I mean, and you have to kind of like take account of like, okay, this is what's said. Why did it bother me? It bothered me because it reminded me of something else. Okay, maybe I am the asshole. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Or you know what? This was messed up, and I do have a right to feel angry. So okay, how can I express this without being a further asshole, I guess, you know?
But the whole point of it is if you don't take your own time, go for a walk, go to the gym, go whatever you do to just go through these emotions, go through these thoughts, go through these feelings.
Yeah.
Because whether you're the asshole or not, or you were wrong, will just come out as resentment, as snappy. If you don't go, so
Yeah.
at the end of the day, even if you were wrong, you're still gonna come out as the asshole.
Exactly.
Even if the reason is invalid, the emotion still is.
Yes,
So like,
exactly.
you got to reattach that emotion to something that's not that trigger. I guess.
Yes.
and deal with it right then and there. And that way, when you do come back and say, okay, this is what I was feeling. I think this is why I was feeling it. Can I get your perspective to see if there's maybe some crossed wires, what's going on? And so I mentioned it here before, Miss Chaotic and I have this we call it neutral zone. Like we say, like, okay, no emotion, no nothing, we just hear each other out. And when we get there, 9 times out of 10, it was just a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it was just like, no, I didn't mean that at all. I'm like, oh shit, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, are we good? We're good. Sounds good. And then we end it. We say done, and we don't bring it up again, because I think that a lot of times, you know, not just in like, you know, in marriages or significant other, but like we do it with friends also, right?
Friends,
like, siblings, family,
parents.
exactly. Like, you know, a lot of shit we make up in our head, and they make up in their head, but because we don't talk about it, it's like we end up resenting each other for no reason, when all this could have been aired and put to bed. We discussed it. We're good. Done. Bam. Bury it and never have to deal with it again. I get that. It's a very powerful message.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, From Snatchers, the first song, Valedictorian, was their most recent single. They remind me a lot of Destroyer, Deer Hunter, Kurt Vile kind of vibes, along with Empire of the Sun, Foster People, kind of that kind of poppy, kind of indie alts rock. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I hear it. Yeah.
So let's go for the second runner-up.
Second run. No. We're saving best for last. That's okay.
Oh, last for last. Man.
All right, guys. So yeah, my band this week, you know, kind of have to think figured a little bit. The band that I put on my playlist quite a while ago, actually.
I got you.
Okay.
And he when we were playing that I put it in a playlist. I put it in a playlist again, thinking, hey, this is a good band. I need to feature them. I need to do more research. And we were playing that game a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
The
song quiz.
Yeah, the song quiz. He put this band up. I was like, oh yeah, this is a really good band. So I picked a band called Scam Likely. And they're a small band. They have 1,200 monthly listeners.
That's it.
Yes, that's it. 1,200 monthly listeners. Originally from Milwaukee, but right now they, you know, what's up? I've been picking these Chicago-based.
You've been hanging out in the Midwest.
Yeah. This Chicago-based bands. Maybe I need to go visit and see if I can.
It's like that Midwest emo.
Yeah. And that's, you know what? That's exactly, even in their homepage. You know, I want to say they're kind of like emo, shoegazy, kind of punkish, alt. But even in their page, they say, we just want to make you feel. We want you to come to our shows and get into your feelings, anger, sadness. Just get into your feelings, feel them out, and enjoy the show. And as an emo kid, man, what else can you get? What else can you want from a band?
Right.
That's crazy.
But yeah, let's get started with the first song. It's called Nosebleed.
Nosebleed.
This is the song that we terribly got wrong.
Yes, we terribly got wrong. But
let's your apology.
Yes, it is. But let's get to the good part of the song.
All
let's get about a 1 minute in, figured. All right, let's listen.
Walking through the paranoia, rent is due, and I should call her. I'll beat out this pain by indulging in more. I'll believe in your games, dish and dice on the floor.
can
She can belt it out.
She's
Sing,
wailing,
man.
man. Yeah.
she can sing.
Has the guitar in the beginning is really cool. I like the chord progression is a lot like some of those like emo songs, some of the like that 2000s, 2010s early like it has that same sort of drive, but then man, yeah, she just belts it out.
She belts it out. Let me go a little bit through the lyrics and
Okay.
kind of went through the little trip I went through with this song. But especially during that part, what do you want from me? What do you want to see? I'll be your pretty girl, or I'll be your sweetest boy. I'll let you wash my back if I can wring your spine. Yeah. You know, it's a song really, it gets really those vibes about, singing it about a loved one or maybe a breakup.
Mhm.
Man, it hit me about life.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, God, what do you want from me, life?
Yeah, for real.
Like being pulled in so many directions sometimes,
Yeah.
and like feeling like I can take so many directions in my life right now.
Yeah.
It's just to me that's the perspective I got listening to this song.
Yep.
It's just what
What do you want?
like, higher being or life and like
Yeah.
what do you want from me right now?
Yeah.
It's just what needs to happen.
Yeah.
And oh god, it just hit really hard with this song.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Mrs. Mayhem joke sometimes when we're having a rough day, like if I'm like exceptionally clumsy or like just a bunch of just weird, obnoxious stuff happens, we joke like the universe is against us. That's kind of what that seems like. What
do you want from me?
Like, it's like this like a movie like people are watching me like with
Oh,
Truman
Truman
Show,
Show.
like-
Truman Show.
yeah.
Yeah.
people fucking with me or like what's going on? Like yeah, that's kind of how I was like what do I have to do to stop this?
Yeah. I think about the Truman Show when I'm like I do something stupid. I'm like, wait,
You're walking around.
someone's watching me. What's going on? I'm looking in the mirror, like trying to do that test where it's like, is there a camera in here? What's going on? Better be getting some good ratings, goddammit.
No, but my god, it's great music. Lead singer, I was trying to get her name, I didn't get it up, but oh, God, she can
Yeah.
well, man. She can
Mhm.
belt out and
Well, I like how she, like some of the affectations she does with her voice. Like she doesn't make it like a thing. She just lets it come naturally out.
yeah.
So like, those long breaths, or like the cracking. Like some singers try to make that like at their brand
Yeah.
a little too much, but with her you can tell she's just letting it go. Which
Yeah.
is so cool, so natural, authentic.
And it hits the message too. Like
Yeah.
she's belting it out. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just, even when it's a person, we've all
Yeah.
gone through breakups, and at the end you're like, what
do you
else
want?
can I give? What do
Yeah.
you want?
Yeah.
But it's tough, man.
Yeah.
It's a tough message, and it's delivered beautifully.
Oh yeah.
So the next song that I have from them is called Jesus Christ, Stop Yelling, I'm Right Here.
Okay.
I think we felt this one too.
Yeah,
Just by the title.
I already feel it. Yeah.
Yeah,
feel
you
it.
you felt it. Let's start it at 50 seconds, figured.
Jesus Christ, stop yelling, I'm right here. I'll give you something to cry about and want to disappear. You're not as perfect as I pretend you are. And I demand
Yeah, I like the drum.
them know that I died smiling.
Jesus Christ, stop yelling, I'm right here. I'll give you something to cry about,
Be scared.
and you'll want to disappear. I mean, going back from the previous song, sometimes you hit that tipping point.
Yeah.
And maybe, and we were talking about you. Maybe someone's not yelling at you, but that's when
Yeah.
when it's coming to you, it's just that's the way you perceive it. I was like, why are you attacking me?
Yeah.
Yep.
And getting defensive right away.
Yeah.
And it could be, maybe they are, but maybe I need to step away, cool down, and just go through my own emotions. Is this really what's happening? What's,
Yeah.
how am I going to respond here?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I get like, okay, yeah, I get it. I
I
heard
get it.
you. I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. Like, give me some time. Almost.
Yeah.
That's how I took it.
Like for me, it was like parenthood.
Oh
'Cause
my
sometimes
God.
you just get so fed up, and you're like, okay, you little shit.
Okay.
Just go to bed, and I'll be okay. So like, I got that. Like, what am I supposed to do with
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
What else is it that you want from me? I can't do anything else right now.
Well, it's kind of double sided too, because it's like things that people are expecting from you and want you to do, and you're like, okay, fine, okay, I got it. But on the other hand, it's kind of like when you're talk about the universe, we're asking this universe for this thing of like, oh my god, let me win the lottery, or let me get that promotion at work, or I mean, it doesn't happen, and you're just like, okay, fine, I get it, okay, not now,
Yeah.
like almost kind of very annoyingly accepting. You
Yeah.
know,
All right.
okay,
All
fine.
right, I hear
One
you.
more
I
story.
hear you.
Gosh.
One
I
more
get it.
story, and
Fine.
then it's bedtime. Yeah.
No, another thing that kind of went in my head with this song, therapy.
Okay.
A valid point that I got taught was I'm a very quiet person, but once I'm not gonna say quiet. I'm very talkative, but I'm very
You're not quiet at all.
no, very patient person. So, in an argument or in a disagreement, I'll let the other person talk, and sometimes I don't respond as much. I just
Mhm.
but once I start letting those emotions out, it's having to learn to take a breath and take a time out, because yeah, a lot of the times when you're frustrated, when you're mad, the
Yep.
things that come out of your mouth are not really
Yeah.
what you intend to come out.
Not the most productive.
Not the most
Happens.
productive.
Yeah.
And I took me a good portion of my life to get those what do you call them, your being able to catch that on time and bite my tongue.
Your filter.
my filter
Yeah,
my
filter.
filter coping mechanism, or
Yes.
like I was like, okay, you know what, this is triggering, take a time out.
Yeah.
Take a time out, because you're not gonna say you're
Yep.
gonna say things that you really don't mean,
Exactly.
that don't really align with what you think or your emotions are really telling you. You're just
Yeah.
mad right now.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just want to say, Jesus Christ, just stop yelling, I'm right
Yeah.
here, and give me time.
Yeah. Oh, we did pretty good this week, boys.
Yes,
We
yeah,
did
we
that.
did.
So let us know, everyone in the comments, let us know which band spoke to you, which band you thought was good. Of course, my band was the best. But let us know what you guys think, and make sure, again, all these artists are going to be on the episode playlist on rockmental.com probably tomorrow. Subscribe to the playlist, follow these bands, give them some love. They're awesome. They're doing great work.
My vote goes in for Chaotic this week.
Hell yeah.
You
More
just
Five
wanted
is
to pick
really
different,
good.
'cause
I'll,
the
They're
past
really
few
good.
weeks, we know who you've been
Yeah,
picking.
pity votes.
I'll fucking take it. All right. I don't care.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. We appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure to hit the follow button on wherever you're watching this from, and then tell a friend about it. We love building our community here, and just, yeah. Thank you so much for watching.
Cool. We got plenty more, guys. So
Yes,
make
yes,
sure. We talked a little bit earlier about Sonder Mountain and our partners. We also got merch on our webpage, rockmental.com/shop. We got some cool designs there. We got designs if you're a metalhead. We got designs if you're a punk. We got designs if you're a little emo or psychedelic. There's some cool things for everybody. We try to cover all corners of rock. So
Yeah.
check it out. It helps us do what we do. And yeah,
That being said, I think
is it
Is it time?
it's time. It's gonna get a little
Alright.
juicy.
All right,
It's gonna get a little rage clickbait. Here.
Everybody take a sip of water. Go like take some deep breaths. We're gonna get
a
we're
little
gonna
bit.
get into it
Hold on.
today.
All right. So, Figured, give us a rundown. What's this game? How we're gonna play it?
All right, today's game is overrated, or not really a game, more of like a discussion, I guess.
Okay.
Is overrated versus overhated. We've got bands that I guess I could present, and you guys could either say if they're overrated or overhated, or we'll have like some band rivalries or something like that.
Okay.
All right.
But
Gotcha.
if which band is overrated, which band is overhated, and yeah, their situations.
All right.
You guys
And,
want to jump into it?
And everyone in the chat, this is a game for you guys too. So let
Game.
us know.
Let us know and tell us why.
Yeah, and then
All
if
right.
Mayhem just says something crazy, just yell at him in the comments.
That's fine.
All right. Our first, we'll start with a local banter: Weezer versus Paramore.
Oh, we're going here again.
This is a local beef here at RockMental. If you
I
haven't,
thought
if
we-
you haven't
we-
watched.
We let these emotions out
Yep.
and we were putting it in the past.
We
Speaking
already
of
went,
Barry,
we went to couples therapy to talk about.
What are you bringing up bold stuff, man?
We're gonna bring up bullshit, man.
So we have to say Weezer.
So what we're going now with
Yeah.
both bands, overrated or
Yeah,
Uh,
both bands.
I guess we go one at a time. Weezer and then Paramore.
Yeah, and then we
Alright.
can compare the
Alright.
two.
So everybody knows. I think Weezer is very overrated.
Mr. Grumpy?
they're just great. Not overrated or overhated. I don't think they're overhated either.
So they're just right.
They're just
They're just okay.
They're just okay.
Seriously, they're okay.
they're seriously they're just a chill guy.
Yeah.
They're okay.
I'm gonna go with overhated.
Overhated.
Overhated because I think a lot of people weren't around in 1994 when the Blue Album came out,
True.
Yeah.
True.
and so their first sort of I guess introduction to Weezer was like Island in the Sun.
Yeah.
And
album.
it's
Still
okay,
90s.
it's still
It's
late
90s.
90s, but like that grungy garage band Weezer is the Weezer I grew up with.
Mhm.
So I think if you're gonna judge a band, you gotta look at the whole catalog.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
know-
because of the Blue Album, I mean, come on, that's a
Mhm.
masterpiece.
And I'll go
Eastwave
with you with
and
the-
Seabass both said that they said Paramore over Weezer.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna go with the overhated because, oh my god, I'm a fan. I've seen Weezer. I love them, but those covers, man,
Yeah, the covers.
those covers, and I know that's a lot of the recent taste in the mouth that people have with
Yeah.
Weezer.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Africa's a catchy tune. It just
sounds
exactly like
Toto.
Photos
Yeah.
of Africa. I mean, they could have done something really cool there.
Yeah.
yeah, they could have.
But I'll say this. If Pinkerton came out first before the Blue Album, I think they would be a lot better.
Ooh,
That's an interesting take.
That's a
an
very
interesting
interesting
take.
They
I
would
actually
be
like
more-
that take.
I think they would be more popular
Yeah.
Okay.
now because
Okay.
you're introducing the feely, touchy side, and you throw on. There's some pop for you.
yeah, okay.
True.
This could be a discussion on our Patreon page.
Interesting.
What do you guys think?
What do you
guys think?
think? So
All
we got two. Okay, Paramore.
Paramore over Weezer. I mean, I get it. I love, I like to give sometimes shit on bands that I know are popular,
Yeah.
but there's a reason why I know I can give shit on them. I've heard their music. I'm a fan.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason I'm knowledgeable in them.
Yeah.
I am not gonna say Paramore is a bad band. I'm not gonna say they're overrated. They are not overrated. Are they overhated?
I think, given the era they became popular, because they came up in the post-hardcore.
Emo.
Yeah.
They were one of the
Yeah.
emo bands.
What other female-led emo band was on the Vans Warped Tour that year
True.
or those
Very
years?
true. Very true.
I think that's why they're overhated because of Hayley Williams. First off, she's incredible.
She's an incredible singer. Yeah.
She's
The
an
queen.
incredible
She's
singer,
the
incredible musician. But you have her growing up, her music growing up, and all the guys want that same Paramore album.
Yeah.
year
Yeah.
after year, and I think that happens to a lot of bands. Like a lot of
Well-
bands become unpopular because they want to get fit into like a
Well, and especially female-led rock bands.
Yep.
So like Evanescence, and I think that's probably one of the biggest beefs with Haley Williams or with Paramore was, wait, it's a girl singing with a rock band, but it doesn't sound like Evanescence. What?
yeah.
And we've very wrongly, I think, pigeonholed those female-led bands.
Yeah.
Like, they had to sound like Evanescence,
Yep.
Or they're just not good.
or they're just not good. And we talked about this with Alibis.
Yeah.
Also about just like how rock fans have done this. I think that's
Mhm.
part of the hate, where it's like, since they couldn't categorize it under Evanescence,
Mm.
Yeah.
it was just different.
Well, and they also like I get a sense like the guys wanted Misery Business every song,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I kind of hate that. Like we
Yeah.
want artists to grow up. Like Adrenaline by Deftones does not sound like Ohms from
No,
Deftones,
it does not.
right?
Does
There's
not.
almost 30 years, 25 years of growth there.
Yeah.
And I was about to say that, you know, again, one of the reasons I'm fans, I saw Paramore on a stage with 40, 50 people in 2007 at Warped Tour.
Yep.
And I was like, this band rocks.
Yeah.
I sat there through the whole set. I listened to most of their songs in that first album. I went home, downloaded them.
LimeWire.
Just to age himself a little there.
Yeah. But
Went on
no,
Napster.
but they're my age. They're about my age. So during this era, they were 16, 17 as well.
Yep.
Next year, they were headlining Warped Tour.
Yeah.
Yep.
Literally 1 year later, they were they're in the headline. They were the last band to go.
Yep.
They were the headliners.
Yeah.
And they were 17, 18 at this
Yep.
point. So yeah, over the years now that you've seen the growth, they grew up. They grew up. Their music changed,
they're-
obviously, as
well,
they
they're-
grew.
Well, they're adults now.
They're adults
Yeah.
now. They're doing their thing. But then you also had Haley Williams. I mean, left the band. Like she went to do her own solo
Yeah,
thing. I
just-
think she gets a lot of hate for that. But
That's
had
true.
she not left, do you think we would have Paramore back again? Because
No, I mean, and again, there was a lot of drama.
It got pretty bad.
There was a lot of drama when a couple of the original members left, and this is early 2010s.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of the founding members, and there was a lot of drama with her, and you know, I believe she was in a relationship with one of those members, and
Mhm.
it didn't end well. Very
No doubt.
Yeah,
I was
very
like,
a la No Doubt.
Are we still talking about Paramore?
Yeah.
No doubt.
No, very a la No Doubt.
Okay.
But
Like,
The
she
reason
know holla
they-
back girl.
The reason they call them cliches is because
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, I can see where some of the hate comes, but overall your music is
Yeah.
great. I love the band, and I will criticize some of their albums, especially some of their newer albums, but
Mhm.
that just means I listen to them. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't think their last album was really bad at all. I thought actually it was quite
It was really good.
the latest one was pretty good. The one
But-
before that one.
I think I get you. But I think what happens with Paramore is everybody, all the guys want Misery Business.
Yes.
Misery Business, Misery
Yeah.
Business. And that's all they want from her. And that's, I think, very unfair.
And then back to your point, it doesn't sound like Hey Monday, Millionaires, Lights. There was a lot of female,
That band's at the
But-
yeah.
but they're the ones that they didn't sound exactly like Paramore, and I
Yeah,
feel like
that's
they
true.
didn't get their fair chance.
That's true. That's very true.
Mhm.
That's very true.
All right. On the topic of female-led bands, you guys want to move to Linkin Park?
Ooh. Overrated or
Hated.
Hated?
Overhated.
I'm gonna
Currently.
currently
with Emily
Yeah.
Armstrong.
overhated.
I was gonna say overhated.
Overhated.
I think a lot of people, same thing. Chester, rest in peace. No longer there. They had to make a decision, so they made a decision. Of course, they could have gone with another guy. Another guy would probably have the same range as Chester. I remember talking to Alibis about this. They mentioned Josie from Saliva
Oh, yeah.
audition.
Okay.
It sounded just like that. So of course fans are gonna want the same, but in that situation, yeah, Seabass overhated.
Yeah, Seabass said
Overhated.
overhated. Yeah.
I mean, you have to appreciate the Chester Bennington Linkin Park is not going to sound like the Emily Armstrong dude.
Oh, no.
Emily Armstrong Linkin Park. You can appreciate both. Those things are not mutually exclusive. You can like Hybrid Theory, Meteora,
Mhm.
Linkin Park, and you can still like this stuff. It doesn't have to be contentious. So I'm gonna let everyone off the hook, Linkin Park fans. You can like them both,
Yes.
okay? Please.
We talk
And you
about
should.
purists a lot. And I think
Yeah.
the purists,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the people, I mean, I don't think a lot of us are ready to let go of Chester yet. I listen to Linkin Park, the Chester
Oh.
Linkin Park, I
All
mean,
the time.
several times a week.
Yeah.
I think nobody wants to give that up, and it's still very sad that he's gone. But you know, now that we've moved on, and you've got this great music coming out from most of the same band, plus an incredible artist. I mean, Emily Armstrong is no scrub. Like
No,
that
she's-
girl can sing,
Yes.
Yeah.
and she's incredible. I think that's what we're kind of getting with Linkin Park as well. They want the same thing.
Yeah.
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 No, but yeah, overhated. You got to give it a chance. You just
Yep.
can't hate on it because of the change.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to another one that has been recent. Sleep Token.
Sleep
Sleep
Token.
Token.
People were saying that they sound like too poppy.
Oh, that the new stuff that they
Yeah.
put
Yeah,
out
the new
is-
one.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm coming from an external. I'm not necessarily a Sleep Token fan. Okay, I'm not. It's not my cup of tea. Okay, but I'm not gonna hate on them because I don't. That's not my preference.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Overhated.
Okay.
I just think like just because you don't like it doesn't mean you can shit on it.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I agree with you. I think were they even really metal though?
They're
Like the metal that we think metal is?
No, but
I mean,
they're trying to fuse elements, which
Mhm.
I mean, you can make the argument that a lot of these newer metal bands are starting to do. They're adding not a poppy sound, but poppy elements
Mhm.
into the music with the hooks and with like
Yeah.
the pre-choruses and like things like that, which structurally can still work
Mhm.
in a metal song, but I think what they're doing it very purposely, and I don't know, maybe the whole mask thing is
yeah.
throwing people off, but I don't know. Again, not my cup of tea, but I'm not gonna shit on it.
I'm gonna have to like look at the entire body of work. I can't really judge an
Yeah.
album
I-
based off
I-
of one or two songs.
I feel
I've
that.
heard both songs. I think they're actually pretty good. I like Lady Gaga, so maybe that's
maybe
it's my pop.
all
Yeah,
right.
my pop. Yeah,
Yeah,
coming
Screw
out.
it. Overrated.
Oh,
Okay, let's see.
bombshell.
The best songs that I love about Sleep Token are covers.
That's crazy.
I like
Okay.
Sleep Token. Don't get me wrong, but
That's a valid
Okay,
position.
okay.
I'll give you that one.
sorry, Sleep Token.
Yeah. If you guys haven't heard Sleep Token, please go listen to them. They are pretty good. If you like that sort of thing, if you're into that sort of thing. So, all right,
Okay.
let's move on to some really older bands. What about Creed?
Creed.
Okay.
Oh.
Can I go first?
Yes.
Creed. Overhated. Scott
Scott Stapp.
Stapp. Overrated.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Band overhated. Him personally
Well, okay. So my thing with
hated.
okay, so growing up, we came out with like the original Creed album,
Yeah.
My Own Prison. It was actually really good.
Yep.
It was actually really good. And then Human Clay came out, and Higher, and they started getting more popular and everything like that. And then their third album just kind of just fell off because I think everyone was still expecting
Yeah.
Human Clay Creed, and it was not that. The
Nope.
Weathered album was just not that. But to me, it was never about the music. The reason why Creed gets shit is because it just became popular to hate Creed. Like you had to fit in.
Yeah.
You got to hate Creed.
I agree
I
with that.
wouldn't-
I agree with that.
I wouldn't call it like praise and worship music, like Christian music. It was like adjacent to that. Like I think that might be a reason why people kind of hated that as well.
Oh, it looks like Ace Wave's going to see Linkin Park in Florida.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, you
that's
gotta
how
share
it
your-
goes, man.
Yeah, share your experience afterwards, man. That's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
Hell yeah.
And I gotta say, they're also a victim of Scott Stapp. Like,
That's what I was
Yeah.
about to say.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say.
so, like, as a band, the music by itself, I think, like you said, overhated because of who it's attached to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, if they had another lead singer,
Well, I mean, they broke up because of Scott Stapp's stuff.
Yeah.
Which again, okay, he battled his own demons.
oh, he went through some.
He went through some
He
stuff.
battled
yeah.
his demons, but
Didn't Floyd Mayweather or somebody like call him out from the edge or something like that? Something
that.
really crazy
Real
like
weird. Yeah. But he had a very strict upbringing.
that. Mhm.
He dealt with a lot of stuff. He
Yeah.
battled addiction, so more power to him.
Yeah.
power to him. But
But at the time,
he was kind
Well,
of an asshole.
I'm gonna say that they were kind of ahead of their time. I mean, Creed's having a moment over the past few years. I mean, the Texas Rangers,
The Texas
that
Rangers,
was
yeah.
their
Yeah.
anthem the entire season, when
And they won the World Series,
The
yeah.
World Series.
I mean,
so,
you can't doom scroll through Instagram reels without going through one
Yeah.
one at least one that has a Creed
I
song.
gotta tell you, my favorite one is a guy. He's at the Grand Canyon and he's belting out "Home and Now." It's a hilarious thing. It's so cool.
post COVID, Creed is a band that nobody wanted, but it was a band everybody needed.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So would
Uh,
you say that Creed is in the same situation as the Smiths with like their lead
Oh,
singer? Just being an absolutely terrible person.
God Stapp is the new Morrissey.
Dang.
Okay, I will say Scott Stapp actually got help.
He-
Doesn't seem to be a dick, in,
Okay.
He got help.
at least from what most people can tell.
Well,
At least
Yeah.
he's tried to right his
the
wrongs.
yeah.
Morrissey, he just
if you ever,
doubles down.
if you want to read about how much of an asshole Morrissey is, just go read his Wikipedia page. I'll just say that.
If you guys don't know, Mayhem's really trying to get a fuck you from Morrissey
Yeah.
on his on social
Just,
media.
I
but
mean, it's
whatever.
all in his Wikipedia page. I mean, you can tell. I mean, why not say fuck you to the people that wrote his Wikipedia?
But
All right.
All right,
next?
the next one is we'll go with Megadeth. You know that whole Metallica Megadeth like rivalry, I guess. But if you think about it, Metallica's the one that gets most of the praise.
yes, but I always have a but. Megadeth charted their own path.
Yeah,
I think what Dave Mustaine rightly did was, I mean, they okay. A lot of, okay, well, first off, he was just a raging, well, they're all raging alcoholics, but he was
Yeah.
just happened to be the dick, and they didn't like that. They just were not in sync, and they had some creative differences too. I mean, we talked about the whole Four Horsemen mechanics thing.
yeah,
But what I think what Dave Mustaine did very smartly was he didn't just create Megadeth and try to beat Metallica. I think a lot of times when bands break up, their whole mission in life, like we talked about Taking Back Sunday and the brand new,
The brand new.
the brand
Take
new,
down each other.
the whole mission of that new band is to take down the other band. Dave Mustaine knew he was not going to take down Metallica.
Yeah.
He's not. And plus, he's not even going to play that game.
yeah.
So he waited. He waited. He got his new band. He got the new sound. He made sure that Megadeth sounds like Megadeth.
Yep.
So nowadays, when you hear a Megadeth song, you know it's fucking Megadeth,
Mm,
and it's not Metallica.
yeah,
So I think the hate that some Metallica snobs, I guess, out there get about Megadeth has more to do about Dave Mustaine than the band.
Mm,
So I think Megadeth is overhated.
yeah.
I'm gonna
And
say
that's coming from a
overhated as well.
Metallica fan too. That's
I'm gonna
pretty.
say
powerful.
He's sort of a
overhated.
Metallica fan, yeah.
Well, overhated because I mean Dave Mustaine's kind of he didn't do the band any favors
No, he didn't.
either. So a lot of it I think has to go with those purist Metallica fans. Oh, this does not sound like Metallica, versus like the few Dave Mustaine stands, I guess, like, oh, this is great. And I mean, over a few years after they started, they were just like neck and neck.
Yeah.
And as far as quality and everything goes, I really just think they're
Mm.
overhated.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Overhated.
I mean, you think about it. Like, you when you hear like Tornado of Souls and Harvester of Sorrow, which I think came out around the same time, right? Like they don't sound the same at all, and that was on purpose.
Yeah, Seabass said that he agrees with Mayhem.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we'll go to the next one. We'll go with a very hated band, Nickelback.
Man.
This okay.
Look at this photograph. No, it's
Look at the photograph. Okay, so here, okay, Nickelback is interesting. Okay, I don't like Nickelback. I think their songs are basic.
I say that their songs are safe. Like,
Safe.
there's nothing you
Okay.
can complain about them because they sound so vanilla
Yeah,
that, like, I guess there's nothing wrong with it, but, like, I
So you're
mean,
going overrated though.
yeah.
I would go overrated, but one thing that they did do well is if a Nickelback song comes on, you know who it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true. That's
That was
true.
Because most of the time you're like, oh fuck no, fuck
Yeah,
no.
it's gonna
But-
change it instantly.
The second thing is you can probably name 3 Nickelback songs right now.
Yes.
Mm.
That's why I was gonna go with Overhated.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna hear this.
Overhated.
I'm gonna hear
Just
this.
because, again, I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest Nickelback fan either. I grew up in the area, but to your point, you'll hear the song. You're like,
You'll
this is
know.
Nickelback.
Everybody
This
knows
is-
who's Nickelback.
We
is.
know
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
Nickelback is, and
Yeah, I just want to be a big rock
everyone.
star.
Yeah. But at the same time, are they hated because of the music, or are they hated because they got popular to hate them as well?
Kind of
Yeah.
the creed, right? It was
Yes.
cool to hate them.
Yeah, and it became really cool to
It was like
hate
a
on
meme at some
Nickelback.
point.
Yeah. I think everyone close your eyes, you guys at home too. Listen in your head a Nickelback song and tell me that it doesn't sound like a fucking AI song.
Yeah, Nickelback was the original AI band.
There's no way that they made that. There's like just so overly produced.
Yeah, there was overproduced.
Oh my god. I think that's why is because it was so polished.
Yeah.
So that in my opinion is what they kind of
Overrated.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like what?
overrated.
Remember what Tyler the creator said about Eminem, that he was like too technical and like too perfect with his raps, that it just sounded gross. I guess that's what people are kind of saying with Nickelback, or what you're like.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that could also be what you're saying.
But I get what you're saying, like the overproduction.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole joke about there was like a meme where it showed like Freddie Mercury and Beyonce, and it showed like Freddie Mercury with Bohemian Rhapsody. He had one writer and one producer.
Mhm.
And with Beyonce, she had like 15 writers and 10 producers. And like, not saying one's right or better or whatever, but it's like when it's overproduced,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could definitely tell.
you can really tell. So Seabass said, yeah, people hate on them because it was what people
It's
do.
just what people do.
It's
Yeah.
just what people do.
You were born to
I
hate
think so.
Nickelback.
I think it's the production that really does it for me. It's
Yeah.
just way overproduced. It's over the top. Like even for rock music, it's just over
Yeah.
the top.
You know, and I get it. Too many people put their fingers in it. It just you
Yeah.
know,
But I would say we're kind of guilty because we have a whole table full of band stickers and we put Nickelback over here on the edge.
Anyway,
they're right here.
Sorry, Nickelback.
Nickelback.
All right,
else we
next
got?
we'll go with another rivalry: the Sparta versus the Mars Volta.
Ooh. I think Sparta is 100% completely
Overrated.
overrated. I would say underrated.
I was about to say.
I would
No,
say
they're
underrated.
completely underrated. Sparta,
underrated,
Completely underrated.
Oh my! They don't get the hype, and it's not like the Mars Volta gets a huge hype either. But they definitely don't get the hype that the Mars Volta
No.
gets, and they're just as good, if not
Yeah.
better.
I would venture to say Sparta's better than Mars
Yeah,
Volta.
I think a lot
That's
of people. would.
my. But
Ooh, okay.
Mars Volta is enjoying the bigger commercial success.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
But my personal thing, I like Sparta.
I'm
Thank you, Jim Ward.
going to say both of them are underrated, but Sparta is by far more underrated.
Yes.
100%.
I think what people expected after they broke up was 2 at the drive-ins,
yeah.
And that's not what
and
happened.
Sparta is not at the drive-in. There's something very different.
Mm.
It is.
Yeah.
So when you remove that and put that Sparta album, the Porcelain one, in
Yeah.
a vacuum, you're not expecting anything,
No,
and it's
you're not.
great.
Yeah.
The Mars Volta are also underrated, but I think they kind of did it to themselves. Because you have at the driving, you guys are the ones jumping off of everything and like throwing guitars into this crowd and shit, and like you go and you start seeing some weird shit. Like people are gonna be
Yeah.
like, okay, what happened to those guys that used to jump off of?
I know they have like 30-minute songs.
Yeah.
but they're a great band. Like
They are.
awesome. Like
I like the way
Francis
that's-
Amu. Yeah,
yeah,
Francis
Fra- oh
Amu
my
for me
gosh.
is probably one of their best.
Yeah.
I know they have a lot of work out there, but is my favorite.
Well, Sparta's right now is on tour, performing Porcelain.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
celebrating the
This
20th
the
year.
20th anniversary. Yeah, Porcelain. So they actually just announced a local show, which we can't go to. Darn it. But
Gosh
I
dang
will
it.
say
I mean, we could, but then
we
we
yeah
can't.
we make someone mad.
Yeah.
So, but I will say I've had the opportunity to talk to Jim Ward. I've interviewed him for a couple of different previous jobs and engagements. But first off, this dude's fucking cool.
yeah.
Fucking cool, down to earth. I mean, you can tell his brain is in like 14 different ways, and probably 10 of them is just music.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a business owner. He owns a bar. He owns different venues at different establishments. I mean, you can tell just the care and attention he takes for everything. And
Mhm.
musically,
Mhm.
I mean, he had that. He even did another project, Sleeper Car.
Yep.
It was like an alternative country.
Yeah,
And you
I was
can
gonna call it more folk.
Yeah,
folk
yeah,
is still like
yeah.
indie folk, and so, but you can just when you talk to him, you can just hear his genius of just like the way he wants to make music. He does
Yeah.
it very intentionally, and he does it very purposely. So I think when Porcelain came out, and like you said, like people were like, "Well, what happens at the drive-in?" Like, oh yeah, he purposely did that because he had a very specific sound in mind.
Yeah.
So Jim Ward, if you're hearing,
We
got
love
you.
you.
We got
Thanks
you
for
back,
coming.
Jim Ward.
Agreed.
All right, the next band is Oasis.
Oh, Jesus. Severely overrated.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, people
Yeah.
only watch for the fights. Like honestly, name
Jerry.
No, remember Celebrity Deathmatch
Oh,
on MTV, the claymation, and it was the Gallagher brothers.
they would fight each other. Oh man.
We gotta find that YouTube. We're
Yeah,
gonna link it
that's
on
so
the page.
funny.
Oh
Didn't
my
it end
God.
like in a tire or something?
They both like killed each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
man.
That was funny.
They're like a train wreck in slow motion
Yeah.
that people just watch for entertainment.
And then they also make music.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I think there's actually a Las Vegas bet line of will Oasis finish this tour?
That's crazy.
You don't know.
You never know.
Okay. Again, if we're talking about just the music, I can still say possibly overrated because outside of Wonderwall, outside of Champagne Supernova,
Mhm.
Yeah.
outside of
Don't look back. In
Don't Look Back.
Anger. Yeah.
honestly, I couldn't tell you another Oasis song.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you another album outside of what's the
Was
story of
Morning
Glory.
Glory, yeah. And it sucks because I mean those are
Mhm.
really good songs.
But they're
Mm.
victims of themselves. They
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
get along.
That's
And-
exactly what I was gonna say. I'm like, great album, great songs. I don't know anything past that, but is that because their music suck, or is it because they let their personal lives take too much of their career after
True.
Yeah.
True.
I think they
very
had
true.
like a Guns N' Roses problem where they waited too long. It was like 20 years to get Chinese Democracy.
that? Yeah.
And then so after whatever album was after was the story Morning Glory.
Okay.
Like what 15 years before we heard anything from the both of
Yeah.
them.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a lot. I would do a hot take right now. Chinese Democracy was more of a disgrace than Saint Anger.
Ooh, I don't know if that's
That's not
a
that
lot
hard
of
of a
people hate
take.
Chinese Democracy.
But they put it at the same Saint Anger. I think Saint Anger was such a better album. Anyway, that's another
All right,
episode.
you're-
That's
yeah.
another episode.
Little
All right, we'll go with the Beatles.
overrated. Oh my god.
Oh,
Severely overrated.
I'm gonna sit
We're
back.
gonna
and
we're gonna
watch
have some
Mayhem and
comments right now,
Groupie,
probably.
I think Jose Rios is gonna come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Activate. He's putting on his typing gloves.
Wow.
What do you have to say about that?
Fighting words.
The Beatles are a gimmick band.
Oh,
They use
shoot.
gimmicks
Explain.
in the music. Oh bloody, oh bloody, life goes on. That's a gimmick. They use that in a lot of their music.
Yeah, and it hits.
It does not
It
hit.
slaps.
It actually does not.
In the Obladi, oh my god, life goes on. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna get a lot of hate. I thought we talked about rock bands on this show.
Dang.
I mean, you were just talking about Sleep Token and how people need to appreciate.
For those of you listening on Spotify, Figure and I are just sitting back and just watching this.
I don't understand the love that the Beatles get, by rock fans. Like, so Jack White can hear like the first two notes of any Beatles song and
And
name
he'll
the song,
know instantly.
which is insane to me.
Yeah.
And
I-
seriously, the Beatles do have good music. Don't get me wrong, but are they really that great? Like, do they?
would
do
we
they
have
really-
Oasis?
Who needs Oasis?
No, okay. Would we have Wonderwall without the? They've said how vital the Beatles were
I
to
can
them.
I can live with that Wonderwall.
Seabass
Seabass.
says, I like them, but they're overrated. They were just the first big British band to making it in the U.S.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Same. Okay.
Worldwide.
Would it be safe to say that in the same degree that it was popular to hate Nickelback, it's popular to like the Beatles?
Yeah. Okay, they go through like this cycle where like it's cool to like the Beatles, and then everybody likes the Beatles, and then it becomes like, oh, if you like the Beatles, then you're just like following everybody else, and then they go back underground, and then they come back, oh, you like the Beatles, I like the Beatles too, things like that.
I just don't.
It's a vicious cycle.
I just
Yeah.
don't think their music's very good.
And then they come back and re-release a one song and get nominated for a Grammy and win
Exactly.
25 years later.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not that
shit.
we
Not that we have a complex.
have
about
a
it or
complex
anything.
about that or anything.
Oh,
But honestly, like they're
I'm
not
gonna
really
say
a rock. They're a pop band.
I'm gonna say a hot take real quick.
What's that?
That album cover, the one where they're walking across the thing, is
Yeah,
more
Abbey Road.
popular than their music is.
I
The
have to
album
s-
How
cover
many
is more
people-
iconic than the music.
How many more people have that poster in their room than actually listen to the Beatles?
Ooh, I would venture to say, yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
would
the
have to
shirts
say-
too.
yeah.
Even the regular Beatles shirt.
Yeah.
People buying that shit at
Walmart.
Walmart,
I
at
think-
Old Navy.
I think we have the Abbey Road
Maybe.
sticker somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's here somewhere.
Yeah, it's on here somewhere.
But yeah, like if you think about it, it's just like a fashion piece to like the Beatles. Or
Exactly.
have like the Beatles written on your shirt or something.
So the Beatles have made incredible music. I'm not gonna say they don't have good music, but a lot of it's just crap. Like it's only good because the Beatles made it.
Well, the only good music they did was when they were like freaking high on LSD and stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's awesome.
and honestly,
Yellow Submarine. You know
Yellow
the Yellow Submarine.
Submarine.
LSD probably saved them.
Saves them.
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Yesterday is just a I don't know the Mona Lisa of music, dude. Come on, well, you did say they have good music, so I'm
That
not.
Yesterday is a good song.
They're good. They're good songs. It's
Yeah.
just they're not like
They're not as good as people hype them up to be.
I'll get
I'd say
to.
that.
It's not even. They're not. I mean, to me, they are, but people will hype them up to be when. Yes, you're right. They have a shirt or two and they know two songs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I get what you're saying. I get with your sentiment of, they'll jump on the bandwagon and then all of a sudden,
yeah.
not everyone's jumping on the bandwagon, and then if you,
Yeah.
I've experienced that a couple of times in my life already,
Yeah.
where they weren't popular, they are popular,
Yeah.
they're not popular.
I'm surprised Jose hasn't come on the.
He might not be
Yeah.
listening.
He
just
turned us
shut us
off. He turned us off. He's like, screw this.
All right.
Unsubscribe.
All right, we are running out of time. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna
Alright.
do Red Hot Chili Peppers last.
I thought we talked about rock bands.
Oh shit!
Mr.
I'm gonna say overhated. I'm gonna say overhated. I love Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Groupie, I think is gonna agree with you there, Kat.
Yeah, you know what?
I mean, he's got the logo right here on his
Yeah, I
mic.
know.
Pretty sure the first 3 episodes we shot, he was in a Chili
Yeah.
Pepper shirt.
Yeah.
What do
Okay,
you have to
state,
say
state your
about
case, gentlemen.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say the Red Hot Chili Peppers are overhated.
I
They-
don't think they're overhated.
They're just hated. A lot of people hate them, and some of their music's creepy, man. Creepy.
Well, outside of Anthony Kiedis dating 19-year-olds.
Yeah. I mean, it's not unheard of
I mean, Leo DiCaprio
for
does it.
rock.
That's true.
I mean,
Bill Belichick's doing it.
I mean, as long as the young woman is an adult when the relationship started and it's consensual,
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
fine. It's still creepy.
It is pretty
dude.
creepy.
And like he has bangs now. And like I watched this YouTube short or something like that about him forgetting the lyrics to his own songs
Oh,
and
I
his
heard that.
bandmates laughing because they're like, what is he
What's he
talking
doing?
about?
All right, I'm gonna say this, and this is purely gonna this is gonna date me just a little bit. Every time I think about the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I think about Bruno Mars from that one Super Bowl. That's the
True.
only
The
thing
Super
that I
Bowl?
can. Whenever I think
Oh.
of Red Hot Chili Peppers, I only think of that one Super Bowl with the Bruno Mars.
But okay, we can talk about influences. We can talk about, but they were unique, and I think there's still today not a band that sounds like a Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Is there a band that wants to sound like the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Maybe not. I don't care. Like,
So
but like
Uh,
you got they've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They done a lot of stuff, and a lot of it, yeah, was gimmicky. The sock on their junk, you know, the flame helmets and shit like that. Of course, it was gimmicky,
Flea.
but
yeah, just in general.
but
Just in general,
I
Flea.
can guarantee that a lot of people, I would say at least 85% of the people listening and watching, have a Red Hot Chili Pepper song on their playlist,
Yes.
I actually do.
and multiple, probably multiple,
Well,
hopefully multiple.
That's why
I
I'm not
don't.
saying overhated. That's what I'm saying. They're hated the right amount.
They're justifiably hated.
Again, and it is part bias. Red Hot Chili Peppers were vital in my coming of age story. There definitely would be a part of my soundtrack back in those days. Scar Tissue,
Scar Tissue, yeah.
Snow.
The whole Californication album was just wow.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, yeah.
You guys are all wrong. One Hot Minute is the best album that they've
It
ever
is
made.
very good.
Only
It was good.
because it had Dave Navarro on there. Roller Coaster of Love,
Roller Coaster
Yeah.
Love, that was a good
My
one.
Friends,
Okay.
Dave Navarro's the best thing that happened to the
My
Red Hot Chili
Airplane.
Peppers.
Ooh, that was also a take. I think this would be another discussion
Which
for
that?
Patreon. The Dave
Dave
Navarro.
Navarro's there.
The best thing
version.
that happened to the
Dave
Red Hot
Navarro-
Chili Peppers.
Oh, Dave
better than
Navarro's
John Frusciante?
versions.
That's
Oh,
the
no.
best Red Hot Chili
I'm not
Peppers
saying he's
version.
better. I'm saying his version of the Red Hot Chili Peppers is better than John Frusciante's.
Ooh, wow.
All right. Well,
Well,
that's it
Sebastian
for...
said yup. So
Yup.
Yeah.
I don't know if
That's-
he's yupping.
Yeah. We're going to need more context, Seabass.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, there's a lot to go on. We okay. Just to give you all an example, this is the kind of shit we talk about.
yeah.
So
We kind of forget that the microphones are
yeah, so we're like, wait. But yeah, let us know what you think. Are there any other bands you think are overrated or overhated? Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. If you're listening to us on Spotify, drop us a comment. Let us know. We want to hear from y'all.
Absolutely. All right. So every week we come out with a playlist. We put the 2 songs that we feature for the stream on there, along with a few bands that we listen to throughout the week. And we throw them out the playlists. You know, we would love to feature all bands. I mean, this would take forever if we tried to. But, you know, we really want to give these bands some love, especially because we made a connection with this week.
Yep.
Let's go with Chaotic first.
Okay. So it was a week. We were busy, guys. There's a lot of stuff going on in RockMental. We
Yep.
can't wait to share with some of the awesome things that we're working on. But you know, sometimes when there's a lot going on, you need a kick in the ass.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that kick in the ass this week was Lamb of God. So
That's a good.
so
That's a good kick.
I
Yeah.
needed it. I added some Lamb of God on there. I mean, you have to. It was that kind of week. We
100%.
we just needed. I just needed that. But kind of going back to some of my old playlists, some of my old bands that I listened to. I kind of went back and said, okay, these guys are pretty good. So one band is Rise of Azura. They're a trio out of Norway. They're pretty good. I added a song called Highway. They're kind of like your classic metal, hard rock.
Okay.
Kind of like if you like AC/DC, you'll like these guys. They're pretty
Okay.
good. This song Highway is really good. It has a pretty good message about like not being alone. So they're pretty good. Another band I added is called Disconnected. They're a 5-piece band. I think they're from France. I didn't get confirmation. I'm looking. Whatever. There's a song called We Carry On. It's pretty good. They're a little bit more metalcore, a little more thrashy like that. It's pretty good. Another band I found is called The Phantom Eye. They're from Brooklyn. They're more psychedelic. which is a little different for me, but it was actually kind of good. I
Okay.
guess the only way I can, like, a little harder than psychedelic.
Okay.
I think the only way I can like describe it is hard shoegaze
Shoegaze, okay.
or
like
heavy
that.
shoegaze,
Metal shoegaze.
metal shoegaze.
shoegaze.
So it's not like
Metal
Father John
gaze.
Misty.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They're pretty good. But a band I'm really excited about is the band that we featured at the beginning of the show, Embering Effigy.
Mhm.
These guys actually reached out. I think we still got Big Mac on the chat there. They reached out to us, pulled up the Spotify page. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was quiet for like a whole 10 minutes. Besides
Holy shit.
Mhm.
These guys, they call themselves Southern Fried Thrash. They're from Georgia. These guys are awesome. Like I listened to it and I was like, I looked into them. I talked with Mike and he sent me the information. I'm like, wait, there's only fucking 3 of you?
Yeah, it's really
Like
good.
what the like? Holy shit! So I'm really excited about these guys. I might feature them next week. So dibs,
Oh,
dibs,
Yeah.
dibs, jerks. Okay.
All right.
So
So
check it
Seabass
out.
says you guys should check out Sabaton. They just released another song. They teach history through metal.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Oh,
Sabaton.
Sabaton.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually learn something.
Actually,
All right, let's see. I added Jack the Elbow.
oh, you were playing them earlier.
I was playing them earlier.
Yeah.
They sound a lot like Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
Like
lead singer,
early
100%.
Coheed and Cambria. Like really good. It's really entertaining, and the music is really great. I added Sunmancer. Just good hardcore. Just sometimes you just need to get yelled at, and
yeah.
this is what got me through some early mornings. All right, so Lost Becomes. Imagine Disturbed and AFI did like dirty things together, and then
You have my attention.
and played thrash metal and whatever comes out of that abomination.
Okay.
What is
Yes.
this band again?
Lost Becomes.
Lost Becomes.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. It's very good. Riot Spears. So they remind me of a lot of another one of my favorite bands, Dice Spits. But
Okay,
more on the
okay.
punk side. They got a lot of like whole-like qualities. Hopefully not like Courtney Love so much, but the band, like
Mm.
great band. I think they're from the UK. I also have Velvet Rush. Holy shit. This lady can sing.
Yeah,
You just got like that classic glam rock kind of feel, kind of like the actually
Oh,
Killer Kin that
oh, there we go.
I
Killer
featured.
Kin.
Oh,
Bam.
Killer Kin I featured. A lot like them. They got like that glam rock, but more classic, not as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
That's
really
good.
great, really great. I would go check them out on the playlist. And
Yeah.
I think that's you.
All right. So I put a band called Arcadia Grey.
Katie Gray. Okay.
How to describe them? In their own words, is bubble grunge.
Bubble grunge.
Bubble grunge?
Wow, how is that?
What does that mean?
Listen.
We had to listen.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and listen
Oh,
and find
okay.
out. No, it is a this is kind of popish, kind of you hear the grunge,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's so good. It's so
100%.
good. I put a song called Monster. Man, you know that kind of self-loathe grungy lyrics. It's there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's there,
Gotcha.
but a little bit more upbeat.
Yeah.
But they're a small band. It had
Yeah.
less than 20,000 listeners.
Okay.
Maybe featured later on. We'll see about it. We'll see about it.
Okay.
But very good band. Very good band. Had another band, Modern Baseball.
Modern baseball.
Ooh,
is
Modern
amazing.
baseball.
You son of a
They are so good. I've been listening to modern baseball
So
for
good.
so long. They're
Really?
So good.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah,
pretty
and,
good. Yeah.
and I have a few other songs in my personal playlist, but
You handed that one to Groupie, right? You went like a little.
Yeah.
Under the
That
table.
was on
Yeah,
me.
under
That
the
was on
table.
me.
That's why he's the producer.
This is bribery.
no, but not gonna get featured. They have a few million
Oh,
listeners. Yeah, they're a
Okay.
popular band.
They're really good.
They
They're
recently
really
blew up.
good. But name of the song is "Tears Over Beers."
Tears over beers.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a little storytelling, but It's a great song, man. It's a great song.
I give you shit, but I put Lemon God and I have like 6 million.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I listened to this week.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
another band that I had mentioned to you guys is called Minutemen.
Yeah.
Minutemen. They are very weird. And it's so good.
Some people like weird.
Some people love weird. But what really threw me off is like I just through my playlist, my algorithm spit them out to me, and I was like, oh, this band's really good. Kind of sounds kind of post-hardcore-ish, avant-garde, or a little punkish in there. Thinking they're gonna be more modern, whatever. It's a band from the 80s, man. They put out music for 4 years, from like 80 to 84. And it is so good.
The music's older than us.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you're saying we
some
won't
of
be
us.
able to
Some of us.
Definitely older than me.
So you're saying we won't be able to interview them.
Oh,
Oh,
maybe.
man.
But take a listen, man. It's good weird. It's good music. It's good music. And then I finished off my playlist with a heavy song, man. Oh,
Okay.
band's called Sorority Noise.
Oh, man,
you,
this
you
one.
showed us. Oof.
So, you wouldn't. We spoke about it a little bit earlier. Kind of hiding these messages on like upbeat songs. Sounds like an upbeat song. You tap your foot to it. You're going along, and then you just catch the lyrics, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Yep.
And man, he part of the song, bored, finding something to escape my boredom or finding something to escape my inner thoughts. And it just goes to the chorus. So I started using again.
Oh.
Name of the song Using. It really goes through his his inner demons of and it happens to a lot of people with drug and alcohol problems. Just the little things that can spiral you back into into the disease that it's addiction.
Yeah.
But oh my god, it is upbeat tempo and everything, but such a heavy song.
Yeah.
Name of the band again is Sorority News. Oh god,
Sorority News.
Sorority
Check 'em out.
noise.
excuse me.
Yep.
Noise.
Sorority Noise. I'm
Noise.
sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you got that one right.
Go ahead, listen to it on the playlist. It's such a great
They're
band,
really
such
good.
a great song.
cool.
All right.
Yeah,
Let us know who
that's-
you think.
Yeah,
More in
let
the
us know. Go
comments.
through it.
Yeah. And if you think this is something you'd like to watch us going through bands and stuff like that, learn how we actually do this,
Yeah.
let us know.
Yeah, head
Yeah,
over to
yeah.
the Patreon too, because I think we might have a poll up there soon. If you guys would like to see like a research stream or something like that, where it's literally just us listening to music the entire time, talking
Yeah.
to you guys, what you guys like, what we liked, what we disliked, things like that.
So head on over. Again, we're starting the
Mhm.
Patreon brand new. We'll give you guys some exclusive content. It'll help us do what we do to bring you guys this awesome stuff. And give us some support. I think we got ourselves an episode, boys.
I think
Yes.
I
I
believe
think we
so.
did.
We're
I
good.
believe
I
So
think we're good.
Sure.
Well, thank you all for joining. Thanks everyone joining us in the chat. Ace Wave, Seabass, Baines, Big Mac with Embering Effigy. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for those listening on your favorite podcast platform. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button on whichever platform you're listening to us on. And make sure to click on the bell thing, wherever it is. Make sure you get notified on when our new stuff drops. And we have a lot of shorts coming out this week. So some of it will be funny, some of it won't be, some will be really cheesy, and that's on purpose. And yeah, make sure, again, we're all wearing our Sonder gear.
Yep.
Sonder
yeah.
Mountain Apparelco.com. Go check out their stuff. Go support Kip Grange and what he's doing. You can see the designs. You can see the RockMental gear. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Really good stuff. Please go support them.
Yeah. Even if you don't buy our stuff, their stuff is like
Their
really
stuff.
yeah.
This
very
shirt
awesome.
is awesome. I love it. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't buy all our RockMental stuff too.
Yeah, I got a little trouble with Miss Mayhem.
Yeah.
Too many flannel.
Too many finals. Yeah, that was
My
really good
favorite
finals.
sweater.
The
right
sweater,
now is
yeah.
I appreciate
Sonder,
you,
yeah.
Seabass. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you guys. Absolutely. And just a reminder, 988. If you know somebody who's in crisis, if you're in crisis, or if you just have a question, 988 is where you go. It should be loaded on your phone already. Don't hesitate to call. You can also go to rockmental.com/help for more information. We have information about 988. We have information about helping survivors. They're an organization that provides information to survivors of sexual abuse and assault, as well as potentially, legal assistance if they're able. And you guys, we have something really cool coming up. Look over the page in the past or in the next coming weeks.
Yeah.
You guys are going to see some really cool stuff there. We're really excited. And I think you got what's happening with our next episode.
Yeah, guys, please join us back next week. We'll have new music for you guys. We'll have fun times. And we're Mayhem said, we're working on something big for you guys. So hopefully we can share with you guys next week. For this week, this Friday, watch out for Marlo's interview on Beyond the Pit.
That's right.
Yeah, it's Seabass says, and congrats to Mayhem for being drafted to the Cowboys. They do.
Yeah.
need the
No,
help.
Correction. It was the Callous Dowboys.
That's right.
The Callous Dowboys.
Callous
Yes.
Dowboys. They're one of my favorite bands right now. They got quite a few listeners, so I can't quite feature, but maybe I'll stream them on an episode of my research page.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Do you think the Dallas Cowboys are better than the Dallas Cowboys?
Oh yeah,
Right
by
now,
already.
Yes.
Yeah, they haven't broken my heart for the past 30 years.
That's for real. That's for real.
Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys.
Shout out to
Yes.
Callous Dowboys.
All right, everyone.
All right, guys.
All
Thank you
right.
so much for watching. Make sure to follow us at RockMental Official on pretty much all of your favorite social media platforms. There you'll find just random posts of whatever we're thinking of the day, some clips from the previous episodes and things like that. Just some stupid stuff like us drafting Mayhem to the Dallas Cowboys. And then head over to rockmental.com. That's where you can find all of our music playlists, all of our blogs, all of our previous episodes, things like that. Our Beyond the Pit episodes as well. You can find our merches there as well too. Also, we have a Get Help page like Mayhem said. So yep, rockmental.com. And then thank you guys so much for watching.
Yep. And make sure we want to hear from you guys. If you think we're doing good, if you think we're full of shit, if there's a band, if you're in a band and you want us to help give you guys a listen, rockmental.com. Down the bottom, you'll see a contact us link. Please, we want to hear from you. We want to hear from the fans. We want to interact with you guys as much as possible.
We want to hear from local bands, Mr. Rios.
There you
Ooh,
go.
got called out.
Call out.
Yeah.
Call
Hey,
out.
Rios.
He's still pissed from the Beatles.
He locked down.
He like,
Screw you guys.
all right, guys. All right.
All right,
Have a
all
kick-ass week. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys next week. Let's rock on.